Alright, what's up, guys? We're back at it. Hold up. I gotta change something on this real quick. I'll look into it later. Okay, so we're going with Disco Elysium today. See where we're at. I think last time I wanted to eavesdrop because it's almost 1 o'clock and I want to listen to the people talk when they come in. Let's leave and come back in at like right at 1 o'clock. Maybe it's like a loading thing where they have to be loaded in. It's supposed to be like Teamsters. If it stopped raining, it's not raining anymore. It's like afternoon. I wonder. There's less snow. How do I get all the way around? How do I investigate this? I wonder. Hmm. Oh, I can come down here. I know I can come down here. There's more to look at over here. What if I talk to this lady?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold.
Are
Hello.
you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. Kind of store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions? Not really.
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Challenge, challenging success. Books, postcards, easy. Even a kid would know all this. Little girl, I know what a book is. Books are like very long letters with stories inside them. Nah, it feels inappropriate to lecture this girl. Don't be a fool. As an expert, it's your duty to tell me what you know to everyone. Don't tell me what to do. Hey now, I already made up my mind.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Her voice suddenly reaches your mind. You've been standing here silently for a while now. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Place Placence. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide, as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. Are you standing out here in the cold? Because, okay, I guess I will. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help my mom keep this place running. Is it going to school more important than this? School is stupid. What is school anyway? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in your life. You succeed. There's stress and unease behind these words. She's citing etiquette. Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's a little about this house being. She looks over her shoulder. Cursed. Cursed in what way? Good to hear. It's going well. I'm sure there's cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go. She's looking for the right word. Ass up, say nothing. Bankrupt? Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. I don't think the curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. It's just a regular trading and selling of these things, child. It doesn't work out for most people. Not doomed, but your mother should learn from their mistakes. Of course, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about a murder or burglaries or things like that. The work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch criminals. Wait, not crime. Fiction, I need to know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people. She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head. Crime is what we're solving before the conversation began. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people going. She tots, and it's kind of like a puzzle too. You guess where the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. You don't look much like a policeman, she examines you, as if to find something policeman-like. Huh, well, what does a cop look like then? Okay, then maybe I'm not a policeman, or should stop being one. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like a Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your points to your head. Wow, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. I actually had other questions. Head, yes. Medium success, no. You're mine. Drama, not head child. Head, heads. Oh, he has multiple personalities. Yeah, he hears voices. Flexibility. There's a million of different people out there, and you have to get into their heads. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the killer. A quicksilver mine. The Mullen guy looks like he needs 4 hours just to come up with a single idea. She gazes at the image of Dick Mullen frowning. No, he's wicked smart in the stories. Sure, when the author does all the thinking for him, real policemen have to think and act on their own. Like you, sir, of course. She smiles mischievously. He's just a he's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Okay, I'm going to do something now. Composure, challenging 12. I don't want to fail. All these books. On the cover stands a very muscular surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, and a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about bourgeois culture, or boudet culture, I don't know. It promotes freedom. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Hold on, I have to adjust my screen. Options, display, full screen. Damn. Okay, that's better. So let's try this again. Let's see if those regulars are there so I can talk to them. No? But the kitchen is open. Dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. What's up, cook? Gracie, Quebec. I wonder what this accent mark is. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gracie and Quebec. Logic. Success. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Gracie Quebec. Please, it's not funny. Oh, Gracie Quebec, I have some questions to ask. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Got some impressive pots there. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Leave. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. Okay. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Tomato, why did I say it like that? Oh yeah, I'm taking it all. What's this? Sure. Healing items. Nice. A blue door. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Wonder what this door leads. You do. The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation. You're right, it's not important. Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in, just to be thorough as a side investigation. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it. Yes, a mini investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. The door and the main investigation will merge into stereo investigation. Touch the door. Feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is flush, frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. Well, that was exciting. I thought there would be a lot more. Let's see, what do I gotta do here? Explore the whirling secret passage. Who put the clothes in the trash? Find out who is in the union box. Mess hall, the whirling. They're not there today, but mostly they'll eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. This is what I was trying to do. Track down your gun, track down your bag, pay for damages. Who made the call reporting the crime? Inspect victim's body. This is a preliminary inspection. You just need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. I thought I did it already. Let's try it again and see what happens. Are they still throwing rocks at it? Yeah. Check failure. Let it out. Ooh. Ooh. You let it out. You feel a great force wringing you from the stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab. God. It's okay, happens to everyone. The lieutenant hands you his white handkerchief. Keep it. Thanks. I don't need your pity. The hangover is clearly making the worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. You think ammonia would help? Okay, where do we get ammonia from? I don't need that shit. That young man, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. He nods towards the plaza. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the Frit store nearby. Locked? Endurance 2. Oops. So, smelling salts, huh? In here? Pile of Eternite. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material, Eternite. What is this? Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? It's nothing, someone just left. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Alari Hall invented Eternite in the Varna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever, hence the name Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's high carcinogenic effect. Damn it. Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palette, easy on the eyes. Healed morale. Oops. Get ammonia from the gardener or the Fritz store. Okay. Gardener is over here.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
You still have your salts? What is this fucked up police business? Item gain. I have to run. Alright, how do I use the ammonia? I'm guessing I just go into here. Items. Interact. Items. How do I use it? A thin glass tube wrapped in cotton meeting used to treat fainting smells produced by Saint Baptiste. The quest item, you don't have to equip it to use it, just having it in your inventory is enough. Ah, so let's go to it now. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. Tears out of your. You managed to keep it in once. I throw up again. Jeez. Ugh. It sounds gross. That's a good sound team though. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. Spit and say nothing. Nor does the wind right now. You feel the lieutenant pat your back rhythmically. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? That's bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is a cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. He pats your back again. You seem to be fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. There's a pause. A white lie. You do something else. I don't want to solve it. Do it without me. This is bullshit. I want to do this. Can we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down. Damn, I don't like those choices. No, this is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. He withdraws his hands, looks you in the eye. I need to get your shit together. Okay. But I don't want to get my shit together. Well, my shit's already is. But my shit are 1. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. You have received a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet in the bottom right menu. Is this the thought cabinet? Volumetric shit compressor. What? Temporary research bonus, none. Research time 30 minutes. Problem, solution. Your shit is apparent and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be opposite of that. Together. Compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Internalize, I guess. Hobocop 97%. Okay. Let's go talk to the locals. If I remember right, I can go up here and talk to like the ex-workers. Nobody comes to close to the measure head.
Your buddy betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Say nothing. Size him up first. What do you mean by body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police. We need to get into the harbor. We don't have time for this. Leave.
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if we're smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with Al-Ghul. I just need to drink a little on the weekends. Enough, I need to open the door harbor.
It's not good.
Wait, Al-Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
He nods approvingly.
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Medium success. Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years. The Lilmaran people did not invent alcohol. It existed since the Neolithic. This explains everything. This has nothing to do with why I'm here.
Your life and the life of your race revolve around Al Ghul. It has everything to do with why you're here.
You're right, I'm a servant of Al-Ghul, but I still need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with Al-Ghul, I just...
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
A fat racist over there. Point to the racist lorryman. You're just him. You're just him after pumping some iron. I'm the police, and I need you to comply now. Take a step closer. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Interfacing, easy success. There is a button right behind him. Just one out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me get into the harbor. This is going nowhere.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize a measurehead's race theory. It would take you as one of their own. Right, good idea. Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminoles supremacist myself? Well, yes. Why don't you want to be a Seminoles supremacist? So what if you're not Seminoles? You can be anything. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Know anything about this mug? Show him the mug. What are those tattoos you're supposed to conceptualize? Medium. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Formidable. 13. Knock him out. That's not gonna happen. Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street. Welcome to the Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the frit nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble of permanently draw a barren logic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. Visual calculus. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudoscientific ambitions. One thing, however, is not entirely free of throwbacks in the or phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be smaller. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata. Your earlobes are too big. You sure? I'm craniometrically superior to you? You're right. That's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance. The size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria. Everyone knows this. Your earlobes are flawless, Jean-Luc. Yes, the man falls silent, his face motionless. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly... you sure I'm not craniometrically superior? That atavistic stigmata makes pussy says yes, plenty. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this race enigma. Runs much deeper than that. He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? You keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry, of course, I don't understand deeper. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital something. Your race, naivistic communists never did. No communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Enough of this. I just need to keep him talking. Oh, no communists. Individualism is my jam. Jam, individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture. Have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs. I've gotten it from disco, actually. It's true, I'm rock and roll star and rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking. Of course it does. You're a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel, a pawn of international finance, just like the rest of your ham-colored race. Okay, I'll ask, who are the Seminese? I don't really know who the Seminese are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now. I can see that. The Seminese are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericanasis and arrived here at 4,000 years ago. So you're born and raised on the island before you moved to Revachol. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulinbuer are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walking to the gray mass on Isle de Fantôme, waiting on the Immaculate Conception from the Pale. So you did come from the islands. So you did not come from the islands. Understood. No, he cranes his head. I have heard about it on the radio. So you're not really Seminese, you're just from Revachol. I'm from Corin. He changes tactics. And no, it's not just in Revachol. This city is central to the Seminese strategy. Spreading through its trade networks from our culture will dominate the world. Conceptualization high, low. Subscribe to his advanced theory. Kim, What do you think about this? I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be a really good one. That will be our lucky racist. How do you know there will be a next racist? I like the previous racist better actually. It will grant us 3 wishes. Your paid morphic friend has quick wits. He leans in and inspects a protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone. The lieutenant does not flinch. Know anything about this mug? Show the mug. Does not so much as glance at the object. Know anything about it? This is your kind of thing. Put it in the trash. Put this into the trash lately? Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. Okay. Let's try this for this conceptualization. Yes. Ask what kind of races are there first. Classification is core to this stuff. Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. Let me get a glass of water real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. So, new to this world, let me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. Oh no, what'd I do? Can I go back? Oh man, I fucked up. Leave. Low game. Oh man. Not complete hobo cop. What the heck? Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventure. Who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old Elysium? To the pier on the sewers? To Elysium? Where for 300 years they entered the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon. To fight the Armacon beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last. Reveal extra special collector's editions tear bottles on the map. More money from selling tear. Learning for shivers. Race to 6. Hobocop.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Damn. And there was no autosave. Beef. What if I try to press the button? I can't. Ugh. Well, I mean, this is where we're at now. Alright, no, let's go back down. Let's explore the other side. If I remember correctly, I remember checking out this statue and reading about its history and how it was put back together. What is this? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. One physical instrument, white tank top. I don't need that. What do I need that for? I remember talking to her, but she was like, eh. Still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays. Okay. Let's go on the left side of town. Whirling in rags. So, I haven't explored this side yet. What's going on, mates? We're playing some sort of game.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
Covers his mouth to hide a bump.
Oh, I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich.
Now
Talk to angry old Rene first.
sandwich.
Life. Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape? Rene, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
This one's still chewing on his sandwich.
I am trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old, I can see that. We're both old. Now, stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Physical instrument. These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions later. Should I ask what game it is first? Alright, I got this. Ball time. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. Better observe them first. What? How'd I fail? It had a 92% success rate. Yeah, I fucked up pretty bad. This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast. Mon Dieu, the jolly man exclaims, "Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw." Hold on, why did it feel so wrong? The throw was terrible and you know it. No need to mock me. I thought something was more spectacular would happen. Something about it was completely unnatural, corrupted. Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps. Morale critical. Heal yourself now. Damage morale -1. Jeez. How do I? Volition. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you. I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it. I'm done. No one even likes cops. I wish I was fucking dead. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm done. Jeez. He gets down on himself so quick. Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred, he says with a sad half smile. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Oh my gosh. Dude, I have to start all over. Wow. So if I let my morale go down too fast, I'm done. I have to go back now. I have to reinvestigate the body. Or that kind of gets me nowhere. So let's just do that whole thing again. and maybe not mess it up. It's crazy.
Your body betrays.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible.
It's not good.
Smell your breath. You're right, I'm an alcoholic now. Oh wait, alcohol? I don't have a problem with alcohol, I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Am Sandwich race. You gave the world eugenic. You will.
It is, baby, yeah. You
I just
know
need you to
it.
move about 20 centimeters back. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me go and push him out of the way. This is going nowhere. What if I push him?
That is right.
Doesn't
You
even
should
flinch.
leave the stage of history with dignity. Bring your troops to the Simonite Islands, and the walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality called art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I mean, I have to become a Simonese supremacist myself? Yay. So I want to do this. Do you? The lieutenant looks at you. I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. This is for the thing. Second thought, I don't. The lieutenant looks towards the harbor electronic door and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh. You are obviously a liberal Sulite, the man tells him. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and sartorial choices. Do not deny your friends the truth you have denied yourself. There are three categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile C through F, race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Those are the Simones, the Areopagite, the Occidentals, excluding the Mon, of course. The Mon are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Mon on a reprehensible street parades in Mon cities like Stadskanal and Verdefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. Wait, who exactly are the Mon? Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view? The Vespertinese and the Messalonese of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorians of Medio by the golden Pisanic Sea, the Sudanese of Surala Clef, and the north of all Type A propensities. Lodgmanis of Lycia and the Mesk are too yellow and malignant to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to el mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which is turn only produce sebum. And who are the Seminese and Areopagites in this? As proven by the Mon and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the... There's a difference between Seminese and... are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of the Percanesis' ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery. The latter is perfected and adapting together. They form the Semino Areopagite or Sinosuru. That is all. There are more Type A races in the world. Type B. Type B are the unheroic races. Amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Kojkos and the Bachelors. They are mud-colored people. This guy's racist. The Kojkos of Grand Yugo are what you call a white officer in a suspect of description. It said Kojkos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions. Yes, to an untrained eye, the Kojko appear white and pinkish like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see, he squints full of sage wisdom. They are of indistinct color, and so is their skin, unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking degenerate tobacco, herb, and for eating potato. The Kojko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with patat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates like political amoeba. Wouldn't it be for ethnostates? We don't like ethnostates. And the Vacheliers you mentioned? Revachalians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron, too mixed to know from wrong, and you tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by the humans in our 82,000 years of history on this planet. Is it 82,000 years we've been recording history? You had very little idea what is happening, but it seems a little off. Sounds like it was actually very good and necessary. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution? The revolution came to a Revachol from Garad in Zara-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease leaves the hallucinations. The revolution is a fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Kojko. Jeez, this guy's just rambling. Type CRF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Chimeric experiments? Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of masked women and Seminese men. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father is Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. He looks west ruefully. All they have left to ride is customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair. It seems unlikely that the two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring. Maybe I have misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetic sterile offspring? You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education. Then there is, he pauses dramatically, the Semino Coach Kick Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know this? Yes! The Kojko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing these Semites with a Kojko to produce a super worker. Semites' strength and grad servility. This will never happen. The Semites and the Kojko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Kojko woman or Kojka. Now, we've been through all the types. Do I understand advanced race theory? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have to not even worded the mystery, let alone solve it. You let me into the harbor if I do. How do I word the mystery? Except, on second thought, I don't have time to get in any deeper. Advanced race theory. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. Oh my gosh. -1 drama, fooled by the absurdity research, 1 hour 40 minutes. Sure. Let go of the funky race classification again. Let's leave. And save. Okay. So, also, Robocop should almost be done. I need to reinvestigate the body. Let's come down here. That guy's insane, dude. He's like thought of all this craziness. He's like so full of himself. But he had to learn it all from somebody. What? As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run. And your stomach ring itself empty. With your hands at your side and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. Do they always do that? Okay. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots, his skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. It's clean, white, stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knees. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates cover them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set. These aren't just boots, are they? They're armor. Indeed, with his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Oh, the lieutenant uses a... what's that? Mnemotechnique A6. That's not just any notebook, it's a classic. Forget about the book, tell me about the armor. Thanks, super useful to know. It's clearly some manner of super armor, or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate, zirconium, dioxide most likely. This is where the make would be. Where? Under the heel, Fairweather. He turns the boot slightly. Fairweather Model T-500. Over VE. I'm guessing the virtuous enamel. This is advanced stuff. What happened to the rest of it? The material looks out of place here. Knock on the boot. Pull the boot off. It is. It's expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation of the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. Damn! For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 rial. Pitching baby, not to the boots. That's a lot. I take it. As a wage, it's regrettably small. For a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. The locals probably scavenged it. Would be off if it had more after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. He nods towards Kuno, who's eyeing you suspiciously. There's one thing he might actually know. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there's no rest of the armor. New skill point. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt. We found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics. Really? What's this? Logic Encyclopedia. Nice. That makes sense. No, I think maybe he was just wearing these boots and there's no rest of the armor. No, I think he had something precious underneath clothes. Had to remove the jeans and shirt to get it. This kind of armor is often worn under fabrics. Really? What if they told him to strip before they hung him, to demean him? He could have been walking around naked just like this for all we know. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the maza, the besmertes, and the like. This one still has his underpants. Uno, fucking talking about underpants. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? It might have been given to him. That's for us to find out. He checks his notes. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own suspicions. Initial report? Look pretty advanced for a security guard. Okay, makes sense. I agree, this equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points at the boots. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Conceptualization medium, like rolls of floorboards. These designs look organic, influenced by highly resistant wood, material like lignum, vitae, and ebony perhaps. What does this remind me of? Not interested. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures it into even more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton where you notice. The whorls are in shape of a letter number combination E50.100.1000. Point to it. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton. Good, can you read it to me? He tips the dying ball point of his pen on his tongue. We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. Pull the boot off. The stench fills your nostrils as you push downward. An ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop, the lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you. The boot under your arm. Pig's gonna pull his head off. Brutal. Kunu? What, Lieutenant? You seem distressed. Why? Oh, there's a bad idea. This is a bad idea, isn't it? Let go of the boot. Why is he letting go, Kuno? I don't know, baby. Kuno shrugs. I don't know why he's such a fag. Back off and look at the corpse. Inspect the belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of a regular cargo belt. It is used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used for lorries for strapping cargo on them. Apparently this is the reinforced kind, for air transport. My brain tells me so. Then again, what do I know? I don't even know what an airship is. He nods. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. How did they even get him up there? The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Yeah. No, they might have forgotten to brief me. My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing. Okay, he blinks. You should ask me for one this first time we get. The first moment we get. And stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I was afraid it would be. He rises to inspect the noose. Thin steel wiring parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt buckle closest. He makes a pulling motion. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there. Inspect the tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddled in his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. Is this a map of the night sky? Is this a microelectronic system? Is this a national pattern? I have only cursive knowledge of the sciences of cybernetics. I would not know if it were, but it's not quite complex enough, is it? It doesn't seem familiar from it. The insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of an old filament memory unit, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right. I'm missing something here. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air, and the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster around his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. It sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera. What's that? A Trigot Sunshine Mini. Trigot is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuno, what the fuck is that? It's an instant color camera. He produces two metal capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. I have only two ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then, interesting. A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. They see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest, in case we need it. The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Fool machine. What do we need this for? Yes, he slides the camera closed and tucks it away on his belt. It's pretty cool, isn't it? There's only one ampoule left. Use it wisely. What do we need this photo for? It contains the insight to the victim's person. By his build, I say he was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Can I have it? I should look at it later, without the corpse smell. Say nothing. Here's a souvenir. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Don't lose it. Look him in the eye. His eyes are milky white, blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There's no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from organic processes inside. The death's grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Inland Empire, tell me who you are, dead man. I'll back off. Squint and take a step back. So how do we get him down? As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Observe. Only the lower extreme extremites are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. His face and hands are pink. Thighs too. Stop. Relax your eyes. I see it. He adjusts his glasses. His neck too. The lividity goes right up to his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thighs onto his boot. So what do you think? I think he's dead. I think he was up right after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Cover your nose. Something is coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises? Back off and catch your breath. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport. Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. Agreed. He points to the belt, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the old blood in his head. Keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. Yep, seems like a lynching to me. Could it be he was moved after death? Maybe he was strangled by someone. There's always a chance. We should check the ligament marks on his neck to see if there are any tuned with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I think he's dead. A pool of blood feces has eaten into the frozen mud below. The man's feet purge liquid dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck he saying? Fuck's talking about? Shit. We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. God damn. Right. Turn around and yell. Did we? I don't feel I don't feel lucky. So how do we get him down? Checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examinations of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down. Do I want to gamble? This is a white check. You may retry it. Ah. Okay. What if I do it again? What happens? Oh, it's locked. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance, and even if we do, there's a question of cutting the airship strength material. Can someone else do it? We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor. I'm out of ideas. Let's have another look at him. Climb up there and saw the branch. Yes, either one of us could do it. We could use the kid's ladder on the right, on the side of the tree. Yeah, it seems dangerous. I don't trust the ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. I don't see any other good way up there. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Can someone else do it? Someone else, he pauses. You mean like the police? Yes, exactly. Call the police. You have a point there. I mean someone who's below detective. Someone like a paid garbage man or a cleaning crew. I have bad news for you. That is a detective. A lot of hassle. It's not doing. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appears to be suspects in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down. I would really prefer if there was another way. There's something. But what else can we do? Commit to it. Yeah, let's reconsider. Seems like a lot of hassle. Like, let's not do it. Maybe we should shoot him down. No. I don't have ideas. Let's have another look at him. Let's leave for now. until we can find a better way. Let's ask this Coonies kid. Oh, what's this? Thought complete. Hobocop. Nice.
Fuck this Kuno kid!
Where's the rest of his armor? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. How come? Kuno's fuck Gim's got one thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. A mutant. Look at him. He points to the body. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. He drills his temples with fingers in some strange aggressive gesture. Kuno doesn't give a shit about the freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. What do you mean threw it away? Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. He performs a kick off the imaginary helmet. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit's nothing to Kuno. You threw it in the sea? Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno, he repeats. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. What do you mean, troubadour? Yeah, cock and boots. You know that jolly Union cow fucker came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile. You mean, Manana? Yeah, the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows, trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Curious, my liege. Well, why did Kuno feed you this information? You're just telling me this out of kindness of your heart, Kuno? Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing it pity now. Still seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire. There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that? What are you talking about? What is this contusion shit? He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting. He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again. A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse. Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? He lets go of his head, suddenly feeling better. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno's fucking rule is here. Alright. Easy 6. You hear the lieutenant hum. I have more questions about the crime scene. That ladder yours? What's in the greenhouse over there? Who's to work here? You mean the young woman of the whirling? But Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno says it's shit. Okay. So let me save that. Alright. So ask Garner about gardening in March. Getting the body down, the victim's tattoos. Where's the rest of the armor? What is the race enigma? Alright. I think that's gonna be it for this stream. So, it was a good one. I think we made some progress. We talked to the racist guy. We finally got to look at the body out of pure luck. And now, we have a bunch of things we can do. Ask the gardener, that's not much. Getting the body down, we figure that out. But I can ask him to tell me about the case. Run the numbers of the victim's armor at the car. Figure out where the armor is. Kuno was referring to some guy, Manana. I can ask about that. I can figure it out. So, at that, let's save it one more time. And I'll see you guys next time. See you!